Lauren London was born on December 5th, 1984 in Hollywood, California, making her a Sagittarius Sun, Taurus Moon. Nipsey Hussle was born on August 15th, 1985, making him a Leo Sun, Leo Moon. Lauren London is an American actress, and Nipsey was an American rapper, and the two dated from 2013 till Nipsey's death in March of 2019. They are an iconic couple because of Lauren's loyalty to him even in his death, and they were certainly beautiful together when he was still on this earth. I wanted to do their Synastry chart because I still find their relationship to be very admirable, and I wanted to explore what made it so special astrologically, energetically. So let's get into their aspects. They have a few aspects at 0 degrees, which is the strongest energy felt in a relationship as reflected by the Synastry chart. And one of them was Mercury trine Sun. Nipsey represents the Mercury in this aspect, and his Mercury was in Leo. Lauren's Sun is in Sagittarius, of course. And this harmonious aspect, as reflected by the trine, means that Lauren and Nipsey's connection was intellectual, first and foremost. With Lauren as a Sun partner, she may not have always articulated as well as Nipsey, but she had such idealistic views with that Sagittarius Sun, and the perspective that she saw things offered great inspiration to Nipsey. And because he had the better communicable skills, he was able to articulate her thoughts easier than her, and she really respected him and found him very intelligent and in tune with her.
Yeah. I have to say, yes, you're a rapper, but you are hella woke, and you be splaying some stuff that I'm like, he knows what he's talking about, huh?
He's super smart.
Super smart.
Super smart and super in touch. He's a real all-around person.
He is. You done good, girl.
I did.
Tell her again.
They probably loved talking about a range of topics and always felt they were on the same page intellectually.
Right.
You know, I always say that, like, we were very avid readers. And so when we moved in together and put our books together, you can really see whose books were whose. So, like, he was he was an intellectual. And I always say he was like a spiritual intellectual, and I was a spiritual emotional person. So all my books were like on heart and, and so to me, it really represented masculine and feminine energy.
Mars trine Sun. Nipsey's Mars was in Leo, and Lauren's Sun is in Sagittarius. This harmonious aspect indicates that they were mutually supportive of each other's ambitions. Lauren loved Nipsey's hustle and drive and loved to support him, and Nipsey loved to give energy and encouragement to Lauren's career. They were likely on the same page a lot when it came to their respective ambitions, and supporting each other and giving each other the proper space to do their thing was something that was very natural to their relationship. I know Lauren spoke once before about being totally okay, simply being his support, and how he always wanted her to feel good and be on her game. His Mars being in Leo would have made him very confident in pursuit of his goals and very vocal in encouraging his people to be their best.
He's so strong, and people look to you for that,
He
too.
would never want me to do that. He would never want me to do that. So many conversations we had about my own destiny, my own marathon. He used to always be like, "Boog, you your own. You the one. You got to," he would hype me up so much. Like, he would never want me to just get lost in his purpose.
Telling her all week. She been killing it. She been making me look better,
All-around person.
He is. You done good, girl.
I did.
Tell her again.
You done good, and you done good, okay?
He did great.
I did incredible. I did excellent.
This next aspect further exemplifies this theme of totally getting each other, and that's Saturn conjunct Saturn. Both of them had their Saturn in Scorpio, and both at 21 degrees, which is very interesting. Saturn represents commitment, hard work, and structure, and to have that conjunct in a couple relationship means they both held the same values in regards to the relationship, the family that they created, their long-term goals, very structural things in a relationship. They probably had the same beliefs about what it means to be an adult in a relationship and took the relationship very seriously. So for example, with Scorpio being the sign they both have their Saturn in, loyalty is probably something that they both believed in, and they were acting as their best selves when they believed these things. And because they both held that as a value, it made things run smoother for them than it would with other couples. This also makes a couple very private. Issues aren't to be held publicly, and they tend to do whatever it takes to ensure the solidity of the relationship is always there.
Go and elope or something? Do I need to know something?
Oh,
If we did, we're not giving no exclusives if we did, you know.
he is nominated for a Grammy.
I gotta find that out on Instagram, right? I know how it is.
You'll probably never find out.
Man, like, my girl's an actress. If she kiss a nigga on camera, what, I'm gonna be mad? Nah, do your thing.
I love the fact you said your girl, so y'all back together, y'all good.
Yeah, we solid. Players fuck up too, man. That's all I'm gonna say about that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Now, they also had Venus opposite Jupiter and Chiron opposite Uranus. They are the only opposition aspects, so they're not as strong as a square. So they're those things in a relationship that we find annoying about our partner, but they're not enough to really break a relationship. Both are kind of similar, and they really indicate that Nipsey may have felt triggered, at least initially, by Lauren's need for expansion and growth. She likely encouraged him to be better by offering a unique perspective, and this would have been an adjustment to his way of living at the time. Mercury trine Uranus again reintroduces that aspect of intellectual chemistry that the two of them shared. His Mercury in Leo and her Uranus in Sagittarius blended perfectly, and they had stimulating conversation because of this. With that fire sign energy present in both signs, it was likely ideas of freedom and justice that really got them going. And they were both passionate in how they spoke to and engaged with each other. Mars trine Uranus is a beautiful aspect in their chart as well, symbolizing the vitality and dynamicism in their relationship. Nipsey being Mars and Lauren being Uranus. Nipsey was likely very inspired by Lauren's way of thinking, and it made him more innovative and caused him to act on that inspiration.
I remember Nip talking about, I think he had a post of you, it might have been around your birthday, but he was more so talking about Victory Lap and how it was you kind of his muse through that whole project, whether it be the drop on the album, the Victory Lap drop, or just you kind of being who he went back and forth with on ideas.
Yeah.
It's perhaps executing her ideas. There was an excitement to their relationship, and they likely generated a lot of ideas together and were more creative together than they were apart.
The missus in the video.
Boog been making cameos in all my videos, man. You know what I'm saying? She been making my shit go viral.
After you do a song, or will you say, yo, babe, check this one out?
I more so play the album as the album, or sometimes she'll be in the studio.
All right.
And she won't say nothing if she don't like it. And if she feel it, she'll say something. So I know she don't say nothing. She ain't really fucking with it. Yeah, but the one she do like, she'll speak on. Like, she like the one with Puff a lot. She called that one early. She like this shit hard right here. She like rap niggas. But she really liked the album. You know what I mean? And when I played, we just rolled around. I played it top to bottom. She was like, you know, this shit is a clear elevation from what you've been doing. Not to say your shit wasn't tight, but like you gonna wake a lot of people up. Just for the video concepts, she wanted to be in Last Time I Checked before she seen the video. She like, this shit gonna be hard, you know, but I put her in Rap Niggas and then put her in Hustle and Motivate.
Ascendant trine Pluto is a really cool aspect. Nipsey's ascendant is in Pisces, and Lauren's Pluto is in Scorpio. This harmonious aspect indicates that there was an intense attraction to each other. Nipsey likely found Lauren to be very deep and very intense, and was very attracted to that. And Lauren was likely very attracted to Nipsey's energy and charisma. His outward expression was very appealing to her.
Because I was like, I don't do DMs.
Okay, but did you think it was really cute then?
I thought he was fine. But first of all, me following him was I was like, he took the bait.
Yeah.
No, yes, I always thought he was very attractive. I actually have like,
nothing wrong with that.
All right. What's my favorite thing about you?
That's a long list, you know what I'm saying? The favorite one, though, I would say my spirit. No?
I do like your song.
Yeah.
And this blend of the outward expression of ascendant and depth of consciousness of Pluto means that Lauren, as the Pluto partner, had a lot of influence over Nipsey. In a good way, though, as indicated by the trine.
Dedication, I think the dedication music video would be very just big across the board with just the two artists and what they're talking about, and that would be and grinding on my life.
That's your shit.
Yeah. She likely helped him see things from a different perspective, and this was very transformative for the both of them as they cared to grow together in consciousness. They both had a deep interest in the unconscious and conscious connection, and they brought this out and strengthened it in each other. So essentially, their relationship made them stronger and deepened their faith and belief in the laws of the universe. This is a very spiritual connection.
What is our union? How is our union going to participate with everyone else? How are we going to contribute? How does our union contribute to people outside of us, not just us? Not just between, oh, you love me, you give me pleasure. It has to be deeper than that, or it kind of fades away. So I think we were very intentional on like how us together, how does that contribute to our community?
Yeah, and I think that
always talking about how we could have a better relationship with God individually and our purpose and our missions in life, and how we just wanted to be on purpose as individuals, and how we just helped each other on our own individual missions, and that our relationship was actually more spiritual than it was anything, and that we bonded on our quest for the truth.
They also had Neptune conjunct Mercury. Both of these planets in each other's charts are in the sign of Capricorn. This aspect indicates that they often spoke on metaphysical and spiritual topics in nature and had a deep connection with each other, where they really felt what the other one was trying to say, even if it was unspoken. They truly got each other.
You aren't perfect, but I would never ask you to be. You and I work. We fit.
This is a deep emotional bond because you blend into each other often, because you can feel what the other is expressing, whether conscious or unconscious.
Okay.
No.
Oh, the little cinnamon dolce latte? Yeah. I'm good. I down there got all of this shit right. Come on.
It's been 17 years.
This is also conjunct, so it can be a challenge as well as a blessing. The challenge would come in if Lauren, being the Mercury partner, just wanted a straight answer from Nipsey sometimes, who operated from that Pisces Neptune, and maybe spoke poetically or vague, when she sometimes wanted him to be more serious. Mercury opposite Mars and Mars opposite Mars were interesting aspects, as they indicate very passionate conversation, which we spoke on already. They are both very dominant individuals in energy, and this would come up when they were discussing something passionately. So during any disagreements, they probably got very intense because they each believed so strongly in their opinions. Mercury opposite Mars, in particular, indicates that Lauren, being the Mars partner, her Mars is in Aquarius, clashed with Nipsey's Leo Mercury by overstepping in conversation, perhaps assuming that her opinion was more valid. Lauren and Nipsey also shared the very beautiful and harmonious Venus sextile moon aspect. Nipsey's Venus sign was in Cancer, and Lauren is a Taurus moon, so they had this very beautiful blend where they both appreciated the finer things in life. There's a similar aesthetic with couples like this, and this makes each person feel cared for and appreciated. Nipsey, being the Venus partner, likely loved to create a life of beauty for Lauren to be comfortable in. Perhaps by being creative and fun and through sweet gestures and words. And Lauren, in turn, loved to be the emotional rock for Nipsey, making him feel truly cared for and appreciated, as indicated by the moon. They also had Chiron opposite Sun, as well as ascendant square Chiron. Nipsey and Lauren both have a Gemini Chiron. These aspects indicate they each triggered each other to grow by simply witnessing the other person be themselves. Gemini represents creativity and intelligence. It's a very cerebral sign, and when someone challenges that, it causes significant growth in these areas because this other person perhaps embodies that which we want to be.
So, yeah, she got a lot of love and respect for you, bro.
She recommended a book to me, but I can't remember the name of it. I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, what was it?
She said she recommended it to you too.
Oh yeah, nah, this is a powerful book. It's called The Way of the Superior Man.
The Way of the Superior. There you go.
Yeah, she fucked me up with that book too. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a book women should not give to their man unless they really secure in themselves. Because the message of that book is basically for powerful men.
All the things he was saying to me made more sense after he left.
Oh.
You know, he spoke a lot about like, I'm such like in my cave in a homebody that he was like, Boogie, the people really need to hear from you. Yeah. Like, you have a lot of truth you should share. Yeah. Oh my God, he saw me. He saw me like my kids see me, you know? So it's more about like afterwards, all the things he said, really just like, I was like, wow, oh my God, that was so true. But when he was here, just the reliance on God.
Yeah.
You know, he really relied on God. He truly believed in himself. He really did not believe in, you know, someone has the key to your destiny as much as you do, as much as you and your creator does,
Wow.
you know? And so, and just authenticity is something you can't buy. It's something you can't fake. It's something you cannot put on. It really has to be you.
Yeah.
And I remember him telling me that. He was like, Boogie, you know, you're real authentic. That's something people can't buy. It's not for sale. You know, no matter how long it takes, you don't lose that.
Yeah.
And
Midheaven sextile Mars and midheaven sextile midheaven are great aspects in their chart in the realm of careers. Nipsey's midheaven was in the Sagittarius, and Lauren's midheaven was in Aquarius, and so is her Mars. These harmonious aspects simply indicate that Lauren's energy and devotion to Nipsey's goals and ambition offered a lot to his success, and also their respective careers' success further increased the other person's status. So they were certainly a thriving couple. They also had Moon square Saturn, Mercury square Moon, and Mars square Moon. All of these aspects paint a picture in their dynamic that reflects an aspect of codependency within the relationship. There may have been emotional frustrations that came up at times in the relationship where one person felt more needy to the other person, or the relationship felt too serious and rigid. Uranus square Mars is another aspect they had that kind of exemplifies this as well, where Nipsey's the Uranus and Lauren is the Mars. It indicates a big need for freedom and space on Nipsey's part, and suggests that Lauren could be kind of domineering or possessive. Again, that theme of too much seriousness coming into play in the relationship.
I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good. I don't want it. I don't want it.
So how did you get that with Nip? How did you put ego aside?
I didn't get to do it when Nip was here. I didn't get to do it when he was here. I was very much in my control. In my, I love you so much, I want to just hold on to you forever. Then life happened. Then it's like you can't hold on forever. But I mean, I wasn't always so in my fear of losing him. Because that's another thing, we get in our fear of losing this relationship, this connection, what our life looked like together. That then we just hold on to it so tight, it ends up slipping out anyway. You know what I mean? Like I said, I lost myself in a lot of aspects of my relationship, but I didn't start like that. It was very pure, good intention. We loved each other, right?
Yeah.
And we loved each other till the end of time. But I was still human, and I didn't learn that part of myself yet. I didn't know I had that possession and like, oh, I love you so much, please don't leave.
Lauren has a lot of Capricorn placements, so this does make her a more mature person. And Nipsey is the consummate Leo. He has more Leo placements than I've ever seen in a person's chart. And these are very distinctly opposing energies. Leo is more fun and lighthearted, and Capricorn is very serious. So they had a dynamic relationship where this worked, but also brought challenges. Pluto sextile Mercury with Nipsey as the Pluto and Lauren as the Mercury, simply, or rather not simply, with Pluto there, shows that there was a deep sharing between the two of them. They shared things with each other that they wouldn't have shared with other people, and they love to have talks about spirituality and maybe have discussions about other esoteric topics. North Node trine Jupiter is another beautiful aspect they had. North Node represents the lessons we are to learn in this lifetime, and that's represented by Nipsey, and his North Node was in the sign of Taurus. Lauren's Jupiter is in Capricorn, so these are two Earth placements, and that's why they blend so harmoniously. This aspect indicates that Nipsey especially experienced profound growth through his connection with Lauren. What she embodied in structure and character with that Capricorn Jupiter was exactly what he needed with that Taurus North Node. People with Taurus North Nodes are here to embrace stability, because what's natural to them is that Scorpio South Node that may have liked chaos and negligence. So the seriousness and maturity that Lauren brought to his life was exactly what he needed to grow as a soul.
Describe me in 3 words.
This is turning to Lauren praise, for sure. Charismatic, for sure. I would say like honorable and emotional.
Winding down now to their last strong aspects, they did have Chiron trine Mars as well. Again, Nipsey's Chiron was in Gemini, and Lauren's Mars is in Aquarius. This harmonious aspect reflects the importance of growth in their relationship. Lauren's Aquarian forward-thinking, innovative drive really helped Nipsey to heal his wounds related to intellect and creativity as reflected by Gemini. In other words, because she had such strong belief in his abilities, it helped him to heal any doubt within himself. This is further explained in their midheaven conjunct Sun aspect that express their shared ambitions that cause them to achieve better and faster when together. Ultimately, I feel that Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle had a very beautiful intellectual, emotional bond, and I truly feel for her that she had to lose her soulmate so young in life. I see the connection and how fulfilling that must have been to have had someone who truly gets you and what you're to achieve in this world and who works alongside you to make those things happen. They had a lot of Saturnian aspects, which always indicates a very committed and long-lasting relationship. Now, a lot of Saturn placements don't inherently mean that there is harmony in the relationship forever. It just simply means that you'll likely work harder to make the relationship last. So I do see the relationship as being a very devotional one. They were certainly in it for the long haul and saw value in their being together more than being apart. If we got even more in depth and looked at their asteroids, we would see that they both had Juno in Libra. The Juno asteroid is a more nuanced way of describing what kind of person we're attracted to and the long-term relationships that we gravitate towards for ultimate fulfillment. And they both have Juno in the same sign of Libra, meaning that they both wanted an equal partner, someone who would meet them on their level, who they can grow with, and where there's no imbalance of power. And I feel that even with their squares and oppositions, they ultimately had a very balanced relationship. Their aspects indicate a very beautiful level of mutual respect and commitment to growth and responsibility to both each other and the individual goals that they both had. So I feel they were both fulfilled within their relationship. And I find that very beautiful for the both of them, that they got to experience that no matter how short-lived it was. The devotional dimension to their relationship, to me, is exceeding of any strictly physical connection. And to me, that's what love is all about. So I hope you all enjoyed this dive. And remember, I am a spiritual astrologer. So if you're interested in your own birth chart reading or a Synastry chart reading, book me at the link below. And also shop my spiritual clothing business at the link below as well. I'll see you guys in next week's video. If you have any
in a few sentences or however long, describe what your love was like.
Intentional, pure, and
Safe.
pure love on earth, for real. I can right-handed God. I loved him with every inch of his soul.
All right. Hey!
To my wife. And you're the coolest guy in the world to me, still. I love you so much unconditionally. My truth is this: I'm never gonna give up on you. My love and my devotion is to you.